Norm, I believe, is going to be pulling it. He's going to be sending it to Glide. Strong lines from both sides, wanting to make a statement. And we're underway. Good center pass, 3-4 setup, horizontal stack. And I believe there's going to be a foul called. Contested. Ryle Silliman has joined me here this morning, only on the side without a microphone, but he indicates that it looked like a foul to him. Hadia now gets the easy D. Good bid. Glide ladies going hard. An upline cut right into the end zone, and Union breaks to start. Interesting morning here. And Ryle is here because the next game will be GT versus Phoenix. So Union break to start. It started the break with an interception by D. She took the in-cut position. She also threw the point, Ryle was pointing out. Yeah, Ryle. Yeah, this is actually an interesting point by Ryle. He's said that because of how strong Union's women are, typically open women's players actually, that they would on O go 4 ladies. Quite often. It'll give them a big advantage. Of course, the problem is that they don't tend to play a lot of O and tend to start out on D and get the turn. Well, congratulating Chris on getting married. That's terrible scheduling, but 2 weeks ago. He isn't here though, so we wish him well. Glide now moving the disc will. It's a little bit skittish, and it's going to be short-ish, but great undercut by Glide. A lot of pressure. And this is the issue. And a great D. And a foul called. There's strip called in the end zone. There've been 2 really high stall counts so far in both of the points, and it's led to a lot of issues. And Raul also pointing out that she wasn't looking upfield much. We saw that earlier as well, is that there was a bit of panic. She was pivoting, she wasn't trying to throw and adjusting her grip, rather than trying to stick with one thing and letting the dump work. And you wait for your marks or your options to open themselves up rather than continually moving around. And a reset upfield, but foul called as well. Hammer. In the end, a relatively easy D. And Union now get a chance to work. Mal with the disc. Going with a 2-5 setup here. Spread out on the field a bit more now. Looking for options. And foul called that cut off. That was a few counts earlier. 0. Oh, that's pretty interesting. Rahul pointed out something that we will mention, or I will mention later on. And big hook. And just kept in. Oh, and then flipped into the end zone. Very pretty. That huck from Mal went 3/4 of the field. And then, and it floated, yeah, it was OB pretty much the entire way. The sidelines here are a little tight as well, which is an issue and a concern because it does prevent people from going out of bounds to get that D. Union with a quick huddle and now back to the line. Now Rahul pointed out something interesting. Because Union hasn't been to many high-level tournaments, they have not been playing with the contact rule. And contact, when you're being marked and you have the disc, allows you to call contact and reset the count rather than actually calling a foul and stopping the play. Now Odyssey has been playing with the contact rule and will be playing with that at CUC, whereas Union will be most likely calling fouls, unless in the next month they adjust. 10 minutes in the game, and it is, what is it now? 2-0. Union with 2 breaks to start. And it is a good start for them. I think we can expect a good stream or a good game here. Glide needs to settle down a little bit, and they're huddling over here on the sideline, just to the bottom right of your screen, getting together. Good long pull, and it gets a pressure right on. That is a good pull. Now they're playing 4 gentleman handlers back there, and then TJ. It's a very nice put. That's one of the former captains of Prodigy, and because Prodigy decided not to go, and then decided to become Bled to some degree, the distribution of talent. TJ was looking for a team, and Glide picked him up, and he's poaching now in the middle of the field, but another nice long put. And D, I think they're going to call it. And great pressure, a little bit of a bobble there though, error, but recovered. And Union, break again. The first long throw from TJ that went deep on Glide, just a little bit out of reach. And it's a tough read, as Rahul is saying, because it came directly from behind. It was a good. The following throw though came from the side, and so D was able to see it. And we've always talked about this: is you need to make diamond cuts as well as cutters, rather than just going straight down the field. You need to make sure that you're running at an angle so that you can make eye contact with your handler. And once you've made eye contact, then you can communicate in that manner. It's also why I tell people not to wear sunglasses when you play Ultimate. And sunglasses, of course, important to protecting your eyes, but on the field, just knockout communication. Once I was picking up with Friese Elise out of Paris and in the open division, and I was wearing a mask for the fun of it, and I was asked to remove it, and I completely understood. It's because they couldn't tell whether I really wanted the disc and also whether I had acknowledged that they were going to be throwing it to me. Another big deep pull. Is this one going to stay in? No. That was a bit of an error. The first one we're really seeing from Union in this game, and they need to clean that sort of stuff up, especially with a no wind. It should be very easy to do that. Maybe I'm being a little bit critical, but that's what we expect. And of course, their cards are now shown. Yeah, they're adjusting the stack though. So we're going to see what the adjustment happens now from Union upfield. Glide stack now set up. They are a pretty good distance, and there's still no motion. And a turn. And Meld runs to the disc, no mark, and sends it. And caught in the corner of the end zone. Another great throw from Mal. And once again, you can see the slash across the field allowed her to see the oh, that's a good call from Mal as well. Double happiness. Jimmy Galloway with the on Union. No, I think it's just I think it's pretty straightforward why Glide isn't able to play right now. They're a little bit cold. They are not ready to play at this level this early in the morning, perhaps. I'm going to do one quick switch. I'm going to switch the microphone to Rahil and let him have a chat so that I can save my voice for the games later today. No. He's just going to be down there.
Sound check. Hello? Sound check? Where? Hello? Oh, okay. Seems good. We've got Norm pulling. It's so much easier when I'm not talking to people. Nice pull by Norm. It's going to be important for Union to be able to keep their pulls in bounds. Not so much today, but more later, more important term. It's a 3-3-1. Glide moving the disc well through its handlers. Here comes a huck. Pat Dolan with an easy D. Quick turnaround offense. Norm, Peyton Lung calls a foul as there was a run through. They continue playing. Matt with the disc to D. And the disc will go back to Peyton as there was a foul called. It's the right call to make. Peyton with an unmarked throw. I have a feeling it's going to be a huck to Pat Dolan right now. Oh, Pat's going back, so I don't know. Maybe it's to Matt then. Field's been reset and we're ready to go. Disc is tapped in. Peyton with the disc. And there's a huck to Pat Dolan. I shouldn't have changed my call. For the point. Pat and Peyton have been playing together for a number of years. Pat's come out of retirement for this tournament. They played together on Monster. Five, I think. 5-0 Union. Glide looks a little bit rattled. I'm surprised they haven't called a timeout as of yet. The winner of this game will play the winner of the Surge Yar Ultimate game, correct? Oh, is it Alliance? Okay, they call it Alliance. Yeah. I guess I shouldn't lean on the scaffolding. Yeah, it's shade. It's really hot here in Kingston. Is Are there any questions actually coming in from Twitter? We've got Ryan Briggs here. Ryan, good tournament so far? And what else we have had is Great Frisbee. Don't forget the Great Frisbee. Yeah. Union putting the zone on. Oh, great D by Garlock. Steve Garlock. Andy runs the disc, picks it up, looking flick to Corey Galloway. Corey, flick to Krista Potwell for the point. 6-0. So, are you happy with the weekend so far? Have there been any issues? What do you take out of this weekend so that you can improve on it next year? Because this is a great tournament, and I think the Ontario Championship should become more and more important, not just for regionals qualification, but for all teams.
And that's the main goal of what we've been trying to do for the last 2 years, is move forward to more festivalized type event, and where this is a title that all teams in Ontario are going to aspire to win. And it's something that not only teams that compete now can aspire to win, but other teams that come up with new cities
So would you want league teams to also come out? I mean, if it is the Ontario Championships, what's going to stop a league team from coming out to play?
there could be a field capacity issue, and we'd have to redesign those sites and where we'd be able to host it. I don't see that being an issue right now. I mean, maybe do something similar. They have
It's a really interesting point, though. I mean, the Leagues Championship, take the winners of the Toronto Leagues, the Ottawa Leagues, the North Bay Leagues, and have them come out and play a tournament, so to speak.
Show some data. Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Let's go. For like 30 seconds.
That would be really interesting. And you know what? That's something we should look at. Maybe we can do. It would have been great to do with the Under-23 Championships. The Under-23 Championships are coming up in a couple of weekends as well. Cool. Thanks. Thank you very much, Ryan. I am commentating. Amanda, what do you think of the game so far? It is a beautiful day out. Who doesn't enjoy Ultimate Frisbee? That is true. I actually came early to watch you guys play. Can you believe that? I've got Warren Tang here. Do you want to say anything to the people that are watching? That was Warren Tang. He loves Ultimate. Former GT player, played a tournament with GOAT in Texas. He's Captain Monster. Warren Tang, all around nice guy. Do we have any comments on Twitter? Or do we have Twitter going? We apologize for the choppiness of the stream. It is really difficult to get internet out here, so we are using a rocket stick. Pull by Union. Looks to be a good pull. Denise moves the disc. I'm sorry, I don't know the glide players as well. Ooh, physical mark. Up line. Great throw. Number 4 with the disc. Dumps the disc. There's the swing. Oh, attempted break throw. Good idea. I find the rising flick in Ultimate for short throws a really difficult throw to catch and throw to make. It's okay if it's a huck, but a rising flick in Ultimate is really difficult to throw. Matty Kirk with the disc. Throws to Norm, who makes a great up the line cut. Poach D by number 15. A strip call. Norm says there was He had the disc in his hands. Contested call. What's really sad is they don't know the rule, but everyone should go back to the first of the throw. So this is wrong if anyone's watching. Norm should be going back to where the throw went off. The throw to Pam. Pam with the swing to Krista. Krista to Norm. Norm's going to huck it. Oh, he doesn't. Oh, he does. It's a little late. And it's going to hang. That is Glide's first D of the game. It wasn't the most perfect throw by Norm as he left it up a little bit and behind Matt Chalou. I'm not sure if Ashley's watching, but Ashley, if you're watching, I know Matt would want to say hi. Union's missing Kate Jardine this weekend, looks like, as well as Emma Seaborn and Stina Thin. Ooh. 22 with the disc. Great D by Pat Dolan. And he makes a quick cut. Norm throws in the disc for the point. 7-0? I think that's half. As Union shows why they are one of the most competitive teams in Ultimate. I'm going to have to hand this back to Tushar now and go and get my stuff because I need to warm up soon, Tush. I'm sorry. Oh yeah, we are warming up because we are. GT is going to be playing Phoenix on this field next. Come watch us. Heckle as much as you can. Bachelor, that means you. Thank you, everyone.
Really tough half of Ultimate there for Glide. Thanks to Rahul for subbing in for me for quite a bit. He knows the Union players quite well, being a Toronto player. He's played with many of them. I've played with a few of them, and it's always a pleasure. Now, if we look back, a little bit of history. 4 years ago, that'd be 2009, and I remember watching many of these teams at Tough early in the season before Tough started getting rained out and hailed out and things like that. And back then, a small team named Monster had come up, and they'd been playing for, I think, 2 seasons already. Many of Monster players are on this squad, and while I certainly miss their style and their visual stylings at least, and their very competitive play style as well, but very spirited at the same time. They have definitely brought all of that energy here. And an indication of that is the 7-0 start. Now, Union, a merger in many ways of what was the Toronto scene back then, of Monster, Tundra, which was also around for a few years, and, of course, Big Hammers. The captain of this team last year was Dylan Coru. Sorry, Dylan, you're not here. He retired last year after CUC. Dylan, of course, one of the longtime organizers of Gender Blender as well, along with Blue. Well, not along with, but Blue had taken over more recently. So a lot of good history on this team. Glide, a much younger team. Young at the same time, has some experience there, but having a lot of trouble playing together here. Very frantic at times with the disc, moving it, but their turnover rate, it's about 5%. And of course, after 20 throws or so, you're going to come close to turning it over, and they have done that. At the same time, very experienced team here with Union. Finalists last year. Came out a little bit cold against Odyssey, but hoping for a rematch this year where they are much warmer. A little bit of a different character as well, but very strong. On the far field, we have Zen playing, not quite sure. Unfortunate. Actually, I think they got the point over there. Might have been a little bit of a risky throw, but they got the point. And it's been a pretty fast game over there as well. So it seems all of the teams, lots of energy coming out of Saturday night. Wonder if they went to the party or not. I did not go to the party. So Glide's O-line on again. I believe. Riley didn't incorrectly mention one player is Denis. Denis Thibault is on the left on the line. They have 6 players right now. I hope their 7th joins them shortly, but I think he's just been playing or hucking the disc. So they're going to start out on D. Denis, if you remember one of my previous broadcasts, where I wasn't broadcasting, but Sky Ultimate was broadcasting, Liam Rosen was commentating along with me at Paganello. And Denis was on the Steve French team, and which finished 2nd at Paganello. Denis waking up their team. I think Glide needs to turn this on a little bit, but Union has come amped. They arrived about 45 minutes, maybe 40 minutes before the game, ran a very fast, quick warm-up. Glide had been here for about 15, 20 minutes already. Warmed up a little bit longer. Union confident and focused and lots of energy and keyed into this game. All right, Denis stepping back. That's my cue. Get back onto the camera.
Let's go, Union!
See what Glide can bring.
Nice rip, let's go, Glide!
Centered, 2-5. Lots of room to operate in here. Now break to Mal. Mal wanted to huck it, but there was good coverage. The undercut, though. Wide open, and a pick called. Disc should stay. And if we take a quick look down the field, we have deep, and we have basically 5 back here. Mal gets it up line. It's a very crowded sideline. A break and caught in the pack. An interesting throw and decision. Might have been a slight error there, or too much speed as well. Could be a problem. But Union take the first point out of half. Still perfect on offense. I'd like to thank all our viewers who are tuning in. Special hello to Jared Benoit, as he likes to be called. Teammate of mine. Oh, I got to do push-ups for that, don't I? But a teammate from Italy, Team Canada. Throwing with the Galloway kids. Former Maverick members as well on this team. Galloway's, of course, from out west. And then when they came to the area, they played with Liquid for, I think, 2 seasons and then switched to Monster fierce competitors.
Let it go!
Hole goes OB. Again, Union has got to work on those sort of things. GT starting to filter in. Oh. Raul's telling me that BFC just took half against Knobs, 7-6. A lot of pressure there, and eventually the zone is really producing that. Denis now. Great zone here as well from Union. Good coverage. And the disc, OB. That high release throw had worked previously as bail. TJ on the mark. Peyton moves it into the middle. Union needs to move it again. Pam. Turns quickly. And D wide open in the end zone. Peyton going up line, does not get it. Swung to the middle from Andy. Back to the middle. Pam. Centered as well. Peyton again. And then just a sweet low rising flick, but not the break flick. I think the key to this game, at least from the Union side, is their defense. Just phenomenal defense, putting pressure the whole time. And Glide appears is taking their first timeout. Okay, sorry, their second timeout. We're gonna go and watch. Really? I'm being told that Sky Sharks, a mixed team out of BC, has picked up John Norris. Yeah, Stash. Yeah, so there's going to be another strong mixed team out of Vancouver, which is Stash, which is a set of traffic ladies as well as some furious guys, including Andy Collins. Andy Collins, he's a relatively new player to Ultimate. I think he's only been playing about a month or two. And no, of course I am joking. So Collins is from North Bay. I had a pretty good chat with a lot of North Bay players. It's interesting how much North Bay Ultimate has influenced Canadian Ultimate in general. So quite a big day out at BC Regionals as well, but here we are at Ontario Regionals. In the other semi, we have on Alliance is Surge versus Alliance, and Surge is up 5-2. Thanks to Rahel for that score update. We expect Surge to be heading to the finals, and it is really Andrew Carroll has been on mentioned several times in any conversation that I've actually had. There was comments from Raul says that it's the Andrew Carroll Miles show. It's important to. And I was having a conversation at the hotel last night with the teams, and of course you're always welcome to chat with me. I try to keep things anonymous, and many times also confidential. But in particular, the mention was of Andrew's athletic ability and how he would be half a field away from a play when a huck would go up. and would end up being the person that would catch it over 3 defenders and then perhaps 2 of his own players as well. So definitely very strong player. He plays the fall season on GOAT. He plays the university season with Queens. He is in Kingston here presently. And Serge's previous tournament to this was Comedy of Errors in Montreal, where they finished 5th. But their crossover game was against Odyssey. They actually came in seeded 12th, and since they weren't in the top 6, they weren't guaranteed a spot in the quarters and had to win their way in. And then their crossover match on Sunday morning, the first game of the day was Odyssey, where they they lost, but they were down 8-6 at half, which was the closest any team came to Odyssey in that tournament.
Let's go. All right, Corey, let's go, buddy.
And now a little bit of pressure here on the sideline, and this is where Glide has gotten in trouble before. And Glide really has to look at there not to force it necessarily up the line like that, but to try to get it back to the middle, because as soon as it gets to a lady handler, they end up with a little bit of trouble. And that just seems to be because they put wider coverage on. Good pressure. No issues there. I think the center is a good position. Melt's called. And out of the timeout, Big Huck goes up. And that was a great put. Great vision to see that crossfield. Good focus as well. Ryle says it comes a comeback. 9-1. Now the score. Union needs to focus here. A little bit of loss of focus, and that can bite them. So Jen, or 24 Stars, BFC 7, Knob 6 at halftime. As I've stated throughout the years, BFC is a notoriously inconsistent team. And I think they're good on paper, as I've said, and when they get it together, they are a great team. And I think we're starting to see that a bit more. Is that a guts disc, Andy? Yeah. Ryan Briggs has promised me a game of guts during the Opens finals during halftime. So Andy and I played on Team Canada a few years ago. Andy is a phenomenal player. So quite a good add to Union's roster. Good pull from Glide. It's in the corner. And the pressure's on. That's what makes that a great pull. Looking for a huck. He's going to move it back to the middle. Swing around Norm. Norm loves to huck it. This space call. Pam in the middle. Looking for a huck. It's low. And that is an unfortunate error there. Second one we have now seen from, maybe the third one if you count the defensive coverage on the last point. You know, you're having a good game when by the time you get to half, you've only made maybe 3 errors. Pressure into the end zone there. Now moving back out. Looking for options up line, coming back to the middle. Glide running 3 guy handlers here. Union was as well up until Pam came back. Still looking to the middle. Lots of good coverage, but and a drop. That one hurts. Then quick flip into the end zone. That was a long series of passes. But a long series of passes. Unfortunately dropped right outside the end zone. Yeah, you feel for an offense when that happens. Carl here doing something with a ball. I'm not sure, but I don't think it's safe for the camera. No, I'm kidding. The camera's not on you. No, keep going doing your warm-up, right? I'm totally joking. It always helps to heckle and help people's warm-ups.
Hey guys, we got that.
So we'll keep you up to date on some of the other scores that are going on around here. I'm actually just going to give you a quick view, as much as I can, of what's going on here on the fields. We've got Alliance and Surge on the right, and then BFC versus Knobs on the left. But back to the main pitch here. On the far side, I believe we have Rahul. Who's end playing? Rahul. Quick and Dirty. We saw Quick and Dirty yesterday morning here, playing against Knobs in the opening match. Oh, good huck, lots of space. Great closing speed. Oh my goodness. Rahul didn't have any question on that. He called that from when the disc was at half. Yeah, and it was that floater there that caused the issues. It was a good put though, and it was very close overall. Union doing an interesting cycle here. Foul called. Denis on the mark. Denis is new to outside of East Coast Ultimate, so to speak. He's new to the Ottawa area, as is his fiancée. Good centering pass. Now looking up. And that should be an easy snag. Just a great throw there as well. Union 11-1. As I was saying about Denis, new player, to outside of East Coast Ultimate. And I think definitely going to play a presence in the Ottawa region over the next few years. Strong handler. Good strategist as well, but needs to work into that leadership position in the area. I don't know what else to say about this game at this point. It is a little bit of a runaway, but there's still plenty of time left.
You guys ready?
Glide has been playing well. It's just they've whittled under the pressure from Union, and Union had come out to make a statement. This is their prep game to go into the finals. They win this one, they win the next one, they're done for the day, and they go in with one of the best seeds that they can into CUC. They will likely start at the top of one of the pools, which makes their play-in easier overall. Norm socializing here on the sideline rather than concentrating on the game. You should cut him right now, but unfortunately he's one of their best players, and really if he was cut from Union he'd have to go to MMV, and I don't think they want him. Norm. Oh, he was on GT? Okay, Ryle's telling me. Bad attitude is what I'm hearing. He wants to be called what? Ron. He wants to be called Ron, is what I'm hearing. So Ron was one of the hosts or captains for MMV. Ran a boot camp as well. Tremendously fit. Played with BMF, I believe, as well when they went down. Now pulling. Union's pressure a little bit late. Hadia's deep, and that is going to prevent pretty much anything going deep. D now pointing out an in-cut, but it's irrelevant because there's a turn here on the sideline. I don't see the same energy on the in-cuts from Glide that I've seen from them previously. Okay, I'm just waiting for the timing a little bit. Clearing out. Back to Ron in the middle. Hayden waiting, and now he's making another cut up line. Maybe a little bit of miscommunication there. Strip called. Or assumes it's strip. Going back to 0. You see a little bit of a cloud and shade. Centers to D. He moves it back to the middle. Oh, and then just a great put to the front of the end zone. Union has great awareness as well of just where that line is. There's been a couple of points that have been very close to that point in that option. So here we are, 12-1. And with the way that Union's D has worked, I think we can expect hard defense here. They are definitely rolling. They're going to have a bit of a break between this game and their next game, though, and I think that might be a cause of concern for them. They don't want to warm down too much or cool down. Now Glide has done well. They can and they probably will make it to nationals. Last year they squeaked in. This year they're going in with much more of a statement. We hope, of course, their next few games go well, or their next one at least, so that they get a good shot at a decent bid or a seeding at nationals. The team to watch, though, coming out of Ontario, will be Union. Expectations to head to the finals again. They are a top 4 team. Pull goes out of bounds, though. I'm going to have to call them a top 8 team just for that. Jokes aside, they are expected to finish top 4. Very tough competition, though. I'd say looking very strong, and current U.S. Open champs as well, which was a tough tournament, and for them to win that and peak then, we hope they can peak again in time for nationals. It'll be important to send strong teams to Worlds. And nice long brick taken, seems about right. Okay, and then a turn, but a foul on the throw. Glides cuts here in the middle, not the best. It's very crowded, as you can see. Center back to the middle. Frustration as well. Expectations. Looking for Huck, looking for Huck. Not getting it. Lots of energy here now. But Union not having much trouble. Speckers takes a little bit of a tap. He was crowding up there, and it was a close Lots of pressure still on Glide. Looking for a huck, but the deep options will always catch up. And the problem with the wind here, or lack of it, is that you really have to send something low and hard, or you have to send something high and hard, otherwise it'll float. And throw goes up. Lots of coverage down the field. Glide comes down with it. Not every day that you can say that you skied Mal Lundgren, although Mal was behind and on D there. 12-2. Union still leading. Tough point for them. That's one where they played hard D, and you had to have a Blady throw go up in the end zone. Could have been D'd, but it's one of those ones where there's just percentages as it goes up. It's a good angle. Catcher could see it the whole way, or receiver. Some planes coming in for landing here. Kingston Airport, just south of us. Specker seems okay though. He's taken worse to his face. Alex Vlahos now warming up, heckling me up here. Stripping down while getting ready for the next game. Alex's parents are expected on the stream. Please send me your lewd and dirty comments and I will say them. We will Vlaho's actually dressing down, which is interesting. Normally he needs to dress up, but apparently he feels like he can get attention today without it. Glide with the pull, and I'm back and my attention is focused on this game. Sorry, just adjusting the camera there. Good pressure on the in-cut. Nice deep throw. D, the intended receiver, adjusts, comes back. Great grab. Lots of options here in the end zone. Flips it, and that's the game. 13-2, the final result here in the semifinal. And Union just demonstrating how strong of a team they are here with an opening statement on Sunday morning. Finals coming up next, in a break, but next up is GT versus Phoenix. Tough loss for Glide there. Union came out very hard, well organized. Glide started out a little bit cold and could not get it together. Towards the end, better movement, and I think the expectation will be that they have a good play-in now for the next match. At least I hope they do. Looking forward to seeing both of these teams at CUC. 5 bids from Ontario, all of them still in contention. Union has guaranteed themselves a spot at Nationals with this finish. Even if they lose the next game, they go into the 2-3 play. Their worst seeding into Nationals will be 3rd place. Thank you for joining me. I'm going to take a bit of a break. I'm going to get my chair back.